Don't even worry about it, chat. Don't even worry about it. Hello, everyone, and hello, Anya.
Hello. It's so very good to be back.
It is. It has been a while. Do not worry about it. How is your boys doing, Han?
I am better. Much better.
Which is
Still getting over it. I apologize for any sneeps and snorfs that may be
do not
audible
worry about
throughout
it.
the stream.
Prioritize taking care of yourself and not straining yourself too much, okay?
Oh, always. You know me. I will
I
never
don't-
lift a finger unless I have to.
gotta save that oil and the hydraulic fluid. Clank, 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 get sword, get sword, get sword! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Is that a hate crime?
You hang out around Jackie way too much. For that to be your first thought at that question? That is...
I have been told several times that I spend too much time around them. I can't help it. They're my favorite. They're just this stupid little clown, and they're fantastic.
Ah, what a good clown they are. But yes. Yeah, you're sick, alright. Don't worry about it.
Leave me alone.
It has been a little bit, but we are back, and we're going to be studying Unlimited Blade Works today.
Fuck you. Limits your blade works? Or limits your... There's a joke there, sorry.
I am planning when we get, like, further in, and there's, like, some big things I want to see later. Like, one of the titles of these streams is going to be Unlimited Blade Works. Yeah, I sure hope they do.
Very good.
Anyway, with that stupid joke out of the way, let me actually set things up.
I think this is going to be the peak of the comedy, and it's going to be downhill from here.
Do not worry. Also, I wanted to mention before we start properly that if you are feeling up to it, tomorrow we could do The Thing.
Like John Carpenter's The Thing? That
Yes,
was a
we
I would be potentially amenable.
Mm-hmm.
What was that noise? That was so...
Don't worry, I just slid accidentally.
amazing. I had kind of already thought that was the plan.
Yeah, like, I wanted to make sure that that was the plan. Because I didn't want to impose on you.
Well, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I think that could be a funny movement.
Also, give me a moment, chat. I'm trying to get the game to capture, which isn't working.
It wouldn't be a third stream without technical difficulties.
Hi. Maybe I need to, like, tab into the game a little bit more.
Woo!
Or I can close the game and open it again. I do apologize. I do so apologize for this.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't know why Fate is being whimsical today.
This is what, like our 20-something episode of this series. If people here are gonna be impatient with it, they've clearly not caught up.
There we go. That's it. And now I stream it to you so you can actually see and hear without also hearing yourself talking on the stream.
Oh, we're in.
We are, in fact, inside.
Can I actually make a recommendation for you that I think might help us out?
Yeah?
Do you want to screen share to me at a lower resolution?
I think that it could work on your end if there's any stutters, but I do not know if it will be... Let me check. I can...
Like,
How do I change it?
When you start the screen share, there's like, you can choose the resolution and the FPS.
Ah, but here is where I can change
and
it.
I just feel like 1440p is a little excessive.
How about 720p?
Yeah, that sounds boggers.
There we go. Now you're in 720.
Oh no, my resolution.
Your resolution has been halved. Did you fix the text bug issue? I've yet to properly find a way to do it, but I think I can revert to my old version. Still, when we begin, I shouldn't have much in the way of the stat screen, right? I'll figure it out by next time, I promise. Also, speaking of, where the fuck do we start?
I don't know.
Like, I know exactly where we have to go, but also,
I recall being told that on the third night, there would be another choice.
I'm just trying to figure out where the third night was. 7th day, 5th day, 4th day. Strongest enemy. Okay, let's go to mini church. This should be it. Does your install not have separate EXEs for each route? This is the ultimate version. It combines all of them. It is a singular EXE. There is the EXEs for the other routes, but it is one single loader. It is like a big thing that the developer team managed to make happen.
Fucked up.
From Mark, Night of Fate.
I didn't realize it didn't just like come like this.
It really doesn't. Yeah, and this is the battle between Artoria and Ku. We are here.
Oh, what a man.
What a blue man.
There's a whole group of those.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Sure you don't want to share, Han?
I just said there's a whole group of those. It's not that funny.
Fair enough. Here's post-fight, explaining what's a master. And here it is. This is the choice. At the very beginning of the game, when you get to this point, Archer gets fucked by her. He just gets slashed and gets put out of commission for a long time. But now we have the option to stop her.
Right.
Huh? It happens in an instant. In front of Saber is a man in a red coat. There was a super old patch that also came with all the routes in a single EXE, you think? This is the newest version of the patch, basically. It's like the most up-to-date thing I could, like, have. The red man's guard has been broken by Saber's attack, and now he's about to receive the coup de grace. And behind him, the silhouette staring at Saber as she's shielded by the man in red is unmistakably someone I know. Stop! I reach out my left hand, and the sound rises in my throat. I don't know who that man in red is, but after she strikes him down, Saber will probably attack the person behind him without a moment's pause. I can't let her do that. I can't let her cut her down. Stop it, Saber! And before even knowing what a command spell is,
oh jeez,
one is gone. That's how this route starts.
We're getting started on a good note.
A light pain runs across my hand. Is this the first, like, proper confirmation I've had that using a command spell hurts? Thank you. Oh, it may have happened before, but I love knowing this for purposes. And one piece of the mark engraved on the back of my left hand fades away. And as though in exchange, Saber stops her attack that normally should have been unstoppable. For an instant, the silver armor holds as though she's been turned to stone. And in that opening, the man in red instantly widens the range between them. I think it's mentioned before too, but yeah, shit stinks. Pour one out for Trump Stamp-chan. Yeah, having it somewhere else. Maybe having the womb tattoo command spell is not that good of an idea if it's gonna hurt.
Good God.
He's the guy from earlier. There's no mistaking it. That Red Knight is the guy who was fighting Lancer. In which case, behind him, that must be... I don't really want to think about it, but is that what this is?
Are you insane, Shirou? Just now we could certainly have slain Archer and his master, and yet you went as far as to use the command skill to let that opportunity slip away.
Oh, you know what I just realized about this route? Not only are we one command spell down, this is the moment where Rin could use her own to get Archer away. Rin has one extra command spell too.
The balance of power shift.
Oh, I can't believe she is going to Findom Shirou even harder. No, even if you say that, what exactly am I supposed to do? I don't understand the situation at all. The reason I stopped Saber despite that is because I didn't want to see the girl who saved my life cut her down.
Master, please retract your command. With that sort of an attitude, we wouldn't be able to defeat the enemies we should.
Saber takes up the something in her hand once more. At its tip is the man she was just kept from defeating. No, please, stop it, Saber. Honestly, I can't tell right from left here. Even so, I know the person that you're trying to attack. I can't let you attack her.
What are you saying? She's Archer's master. She's our enemy. We must finish her here.
Enemy? She and that man in red are our enemies?
Oh, the misery.
I don't care about any of that. Anyway, you keep talking about masters and stuff, but I do not understand any of this. If you're going to call me your master, then you at least owe me a little bit of an explanation, don't you?
That is true, but...
Saber stumbles over her words with a troubled look. There. So in short, that's how it is, Mr. Amateur Master. In a voice that's polite yet still sharp, she calls out to me.
He said no pickles.
Oh. When I turn around, there stands the man in red and the girl in her uniform, pushing him aside and stepping out in front. I gasp unconsciously. I guess I saw right after all. The person with the man in red was unmistakably Tohsaka Rin. Tumblr user Tohsaka Rin, you're here? Tohsaka Rin? Why does Archer look like such a bitch in this sprite? When doesn't he?
He's just got such a stiff posture.
What should I say here? Even I can't tell that the man behind Tohsaka isn't human. He's the same as Saber, someone not of this world. Then Tohsaka, who he's accompanying, must be You know me. Well then, that speeds things up, doesn't it? In the meantime, good evening, Emiya-kun. What is she planning? Tohsaka greets me with her very best goddamn smile. At that, I'm at a loss. When she greets me like it's nothing, I have this feeling like all the crazy things that have happened were just a dream, and I unconsciously want to just greet her back. Are you an idiot? I love that the music just got off there. He was so confused, like, why is she smiling? Why is she just greeting me? Are you an idiot? This isn't the time for a good evening, is it, Tohsaka? Yeah, I'm a master, the same as you are. In other words, that means I'm a mage, doesn't it? We're both alike, so there shouldn't be any need to hide it, should there? Mage? No, no way, you're a mage, Tohsaka. Now I've done it. I don't know what for, but Tohsaka is looking back at me with an incredibly sour expression. That's wrong. That's not what I wanted to say. I see, I get it. In short, that's how it is, huh? She's so offended immediately. Tohsaka glances at us and turns around to the man at her back. Archer, sorry, but can't you return to your spirit form for a little while? I'm just a little bit pissed off.
I don't mind, but what do you mean by pissed off?
Exactly what I said. I won't be satisfied unless I get back at him by making him understand the situation. Until I'm done, there's no part for you, so get lost for a while. Plus, I doubt Saber will sheath her sword while you're around.
You're taking on even more trouble. Well, if you command it, I have to obey. I'll warn you, though. You're trying to do something needless.
There he goes.
Peace out.
With that, he disappears like an illusion. Tohsaka, that was... Right, this could be the first time Shirou has seen someone fucking disappear in front of him like that. It's fine, let's talk inside. You don't understand anything anyway, right, Emiya-kun? Relax, I'll tell you every single little bit of info dump information you need to get started on this Fate Stay night, whether you want it or not. Bluntly saying that, Tohsaka swiftly walks through the gate. Hey Tohsaka, what are you thinking?
Get out of my house.
This is my fucking house! Get out! I unconsciously call and stop her. And then, the face that Tohsaka turns back to me is completely different from the smile she wore before. You're a little slow, aren't you? I'm thinking all sorts of things. Isn't that why I'm saying that we should talk? It's fine to be surprised by a sudden turn of events, Emiya-kun. But there are also times when you'll die if you don't meekly accept the situation. By the way, you understand that this is one of those times, don't you? If you understand, then that's fine. Well then, let's go. To your house, of course, Emiya-kun. That's fine with you too, right, Saber? She just asserts herself.
She's the worst.
As thanks for letting me go, I'm going to teach your master all sorts of things. Do you have to word it like that?
She's a menace. Very well. I don't know what it is you're planning, but as long as you help my master, I will restrain myself.
Beast. Creature.
Just an absolute lacritura.
Tohsaka passes through the gate of the Emiya house. She's kinda really mad. I don't know why that is. God, I don't understand anything that's going on here. Even so, she's... Of course she's mad. She got robbed of having her homoerotic moment with Saber's sword at her throat.
Oh, she didn't get to look up and call her glorious.
She didn't get to. She just saw Shirou wasting a fucking command spell to stop her.
She didn't have any fun this time at all.
I had this feeling like she's the total opposite of the Tohsaka at school. Tohsaka at home can't hurt you, she's not real. Tohsaka at home. And somehow this turned into kind of a strange situation. In front of me is the quickly walking school idol, and the girl I pretty much have a crush on, Tohsaka Rin. And And following silently behind me is the golden-haired girl, Saber, who has named herself as my servant. I'm kind of starting to feel like this hallway is in another dimension. But I can't just stand here like a coward forever. Even if I'm a novice, I'm still a mage. It seems like Tohsaka is a mage as well, and since she's marched in so confidently, if I don't keep it together, she's going to laugh at me. But even if you say that, I can barely think of anything at all. First, Saber who's following along behind me. Since she's calling me master and she said that we'd form a contract, she's definitely some sort of familiar. I've heard that familiars are some kind of helpers for mages. It's said that most mages take a part of their body and transplant it into something else and use it as a kind of extension of their self or something. A familiar is something that assists the mage. Because of that, in order to place as little burden on the mage as possible, small animals that don't require much magical energy are considered the most suitable. That's certainly what I was taught, but...
Was there something, Shirou?
No, nothing. No matter how you look at her, Saber is a person. What's more, she's obviously superior to me, her master. I don't have the magical energy to find something like that in the first place. And I don't have the, and in the first place, I don't have the magic circuits necessary to control a familiar either. You know, there is something charming about early Shirou just looking at Saber immediately being like, oh no, yeah, she's like on a completely different level from me.
Oh, she's so much better than me.
She's so much more than me. I'm nothing. I'm scum compared to her.
It's like we went through all this character development when we were like, okay, back in time before he learned anything.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun seeing how this develops differently. She only got to hear Saber be bloodthirsty, not experience it. Yeah.
What a tease.
Yeah. So, although Saber resembles a familiar, I'm sure she has to be something else. We know what servants are. She called herself a servant. I don't know what that is, but I think the one called Lancer and the man in red that Tohsaka brought with her are the same thing. Saber called Tohsaka a master. Then, a mage with a servant in tow must be called a master. Tohsaka seems to be a mage as well, but there's no way for me to know what she is. Emiya family are outsiders who came to this town in Dad's generation, so I didn't know that Tohsaka is a mage, and there's no doubt that Tohsaka didn't know that I'm learning magic either. There are a number of mages in this town that I do not know. If Lancer or whatever is another mage's familiar as well, then, in other words, I guess that means there is that I put my foot into a fight between mages. Wow! This place is pretty big, and Japanese style is pretty novel for me as well. Oh, Miya-kun, is that the living room? Tohsaka says as she enters the living room. Silent, Shirou. That's enough thinking. That's enough thinking. Time to fumble like the hembo I am.
Time to fumble the baddest bitch.
Anyway, I enter the living room to hear what Tohsaka has to say. I turn on the lights. The clock has passed 1 in the morning. Oh, it's cold! What's this? The window's completely smashed? Couldn't help it, okay? That Lancer guy attacked me and I didn't really have time to worry about anything else. Oh, I see. So until you summoned Saber, you fought with him yourself? By yourself? I didn't fight him or anything, he just beat the crap out of me. Oh. Hi, I barely know you, I almost killed you, but how about we have a little chat in your house? It's fine, that's just how mages are.
This is exactly how you make friends in high school.
What high school did you go to?
The American one.
Oh, right. Ooh, my condolences. You don't take credit you didn't earn, huh? I see, I see. You actually are just how you look, Emiya-kun. A fucking idiot. I don't know what she's so happy about, but Tohsaka walks over to the broken window. He picks up a shard of glass and seriously examines it for a moment. If you could, please.
Minuten vorschweißen.
Tohsaka neatly cuts the tip of her finger and dribbles some of her blood onto the window glass. Huh? What kind of magic is that? The shattered window glass reformed into a single pane, and in just a few seconds, it was just like it had been before. Tohsaka, just now. Just a little demonstration. It's hardly enough to thank you for saving me, but you should at least go through the motions, right? Well, even if I hadn't done it, I'm sure you could have fixed it yourself, but that'd be a waste of magical energy, right? I'd say that it could be fine to just replace the window, but I don't really want to sit here chatting in the cold. She just doesn't want to be cold.
I love that it's like simultaneously a waste and also like justifiable for her comfort.
Yeah?
She's
She
wonderful.
says, as though it's only natural. But it goes without saying that her ability is totally outside my understanding. Oh, that's amazing, Tohsaka. I can't do anything like that. Thanks for fixing it for me. You can? Surely that's not true. Working with glass is the most basic of basics. Fixing glass that was broken just a few minutes ago is like an entrance exam for every school of magic in the world, right? Really? I've only ever been taught by my dad, so I don't know those fundamentals or basics or whatever. Aww.
I love this Sprite's jaw just dropping.
Hey, Tom. Welcome. Tohsaka pointedly stops moving. Oh crap, it seems like I said something I shouldn't have. Wait a minute. So what, you're telling me that you're a novice who can't even supervise his own workshop, Emiya-kun? No? I don't have a workshop or anything. Well, I do have the shed that I train in, but I'm pretty sure if I tried to call that a workshop, Tohsaka really could get mad at me. I know that it's impossible, but I'm going to check anyway. Could it be that you don't know how to manipulate the 5 elements, or even how to create a path? I honestly nod yes. Whoa, that's scary. When she goes silent like that, she's as intimidating as she's beautiful. So what, you're some kind of amateur? I'm not an amateur, I can use reinforcement magic at least. Reinforcement? That's quite half-ass magic, isn't it? And you're saying you can't use anything else? Well, when you put it that way, yeah? Probably? Her gaze was as painful as you'd expect, and I gave her a vague and half-hearted answer. Oh, jeez, why did Saber have to get summoned by a guy like this? I forgot! Oh, that makes me kinda mad. It's not like I've been playing around here. It's true that I'm inexperienced, but I don't really think that has anything to do with what we're talking about here. Whatever. There's no use crying over spilled milk. More importantly, right now I have a debt to pay. Repay. Tohsaka takes a breath. Well then, I'm going to get started. You don't understand what sort of position you're in, do you, Emiya-kun? I nod. Like I thought. Well, I knew that at first glance, but I had to make sure. Explaining things to somebody who already knows what's going on is just fat on my mind. Huh? I feel like I heard kind of a weird turn of phrase just now, but I get the sense that she'll hit me if I butt in there, so I kept quiet. I love Shirou just going like, is that a thing people say? But I also don't want to get just destroyed by her, so... To put it frankly, you've been chosen as a master. You've got a stigmata on one of your hands, right? On the back of your hand, or your arm or something. It varies from person to person, but the 3 command spells should be inscribed on you somewhere. That's a proof of your being a master. Please be patient with me, I have shonen protagonists. Back of my... Oh! You mean this? You mean this cool tattoo? Yeah, those are also the spell that let you control your servants, so be careful with them. They're called command spells, but as long as you have them, your servant will obey you. What do you mean by as long as you have them? The command spells are a right of absolute command. That crest is a spell that can bend your servant's will to yours and force them to obey your commands absolutely. You don't need a spell to activate it. If you just think about using the command spells, they will activate on their own. And since if you run out of command spells, you'll probably be killed. Be careful as you can. I'll be killed? That's right. Masters defeating other masters is one of the basic principles of the Holy Grail War. And then the wish-granting Holy Grail will be granted to the master who defeats the other 6. Huh? Wait. Wait, I have no idea what Tohsaka's talking about. Masters defeating masters? And the last one left gets the Holy Grail? The Holy Grail? In the first place, does she mean that Holy Grail? No, we have learned that she does not, in fact. Oh, going so far back with full context and knowledge of what's going to happen later, it's kind of like, ooh, Tohsaka knows nothing either, huh?
It's making this so much funnier.
Like, she only knows the things by the book, and none of this fucking thing is by the book.
Oh, like, it was flagged so much already that Tohsaka is an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
But then now, seeing the full extent of how wrong she is when she's condescending to you, it's, like, charming.
There's also another thing about this, right? Rin is currently in the bad bitch mode of trying to explain everything to Shirou, and she is, like, the first impression that she's giving of her being a mage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we know what kind of, like, beast she is in general with Shirou later. So like, also not just seeing her not have the full picture while explaining things, but also just, like, be this serious mage. When you know that she's a fucking autistic fail girl,
Well, she's
good.
She's a dumb little goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I love her dinner.
It's so wild to think about how many laws of the setting come from Rin being completely wrong. You still don't understand? In short, you've been caught up in a certain death game. One called the Holy Grail War, a battle royale between the 7 masters, a fight to death between mages that won't end until all the other masters are eliminated. Tohsaka Rin said it plainly, as though it were nothing at all. My head spins with words I've only just heard. I've been chosen as a master. Tohsaka says that she's also a master. Familiars called servants, and a fight to the death between other mages known as the Holy Grail War. Wait, what the hell is that? What are you saying all of a sudden? I understand how you feel, but all I'm telling you is the truth. Besides, deep down you understand it yourself, don't you? That you've been almost killed by a servant not once, but twice, and that you're caught up in something that you can no longer run away from? Yeah? That's... Certainly I was almost killed by that guy called Lancer or something, but, that's not quite right, is it? You weren't almost killed. You actually were killed, right? Nice job coming back to life, Emiya-kun. Wasn't almost killed. I actually was killed. That is right.
I'm so used to the sudden fades in blood splatters being you getting injured that I was just like, what did she just do to us?
You were ready for him to just be fucking gutted. Like, she just grabbed a shiv and stabbed him.
That's exactly what I was thinking, yeah.
I was killed by that man with a spear. Before I'm surprised at the situation, I ought to be surprised at the fact that I'm even alive. The wound started in my chest, my flowing blood, my fading warmth, the mop, and the pure and gallant voice I heard on the edge of the abyss. Understand now? You're already in that sort of a position. You can't run away just because you don't know anything. And if you're a mage, you've already made your resolve, right? It's in our nature to kill or be killed. Thank you, Flowey, Saka, Rin. Maybe she's enjoying the sight of my consternation? Tohsaka in a fine mood. She is such a, open sadist.
She really is, and it's not just physical pain.
Yeah, I know about Resolve at least. But before that... Tohsaka, you knew that I was killed by Lancer? I'm curious about how she knew that. The fucking music cut is magical there. Guess I got a little carried away. She takes on an obviously suspicious attitude.
She is so violently cat-like when she gets surprised. Just
she is!
The wide eyes, little upturned mouth, like she's been caught doing something.
Yeah. It was just a guess. It doesn't mean anything, so just forget about it. It does mean something. Back then, somebody... Forget it! More importantly, you need to understand that position you've been placed in! She doesn't want to admit that she saved him so bad. You're one of the 7 masters, one of the leading actors in the Holy Grail War. Look, in this town, once every few decades, 7 masters are chosen and servants are given to each of them. And using their servant as their right hand, they crush the other masters. Those are the rules of the ritual called the Holy Grail War. I'm one of the people who's been chosen as a master as well. So I contracted with a servant just like you contracted with Saber. It doesn't seem like you summoned Saber on your own, but in the first place, servants are familiars granted by the Holy Grail. It is possible for a mage like you who doesn't know anything to be chosen as a master. Oh, I do like that we haven't seen Saber at all since, so I can just imagine her sitting very politely, being like, "Oh, it's a recap episode." Tohsaka's explanation was too brief, and it was a long way from giving me the feeling that any of this was real. Even so, there is just one thing that I've been wondering about for a while. Wait up a second. You say that Saber is a familiar, but I can't believe that's true. I mean, a familiar is like, they're a bird, right? I've heard there are folks who use people's ghosts as familiar, but Saber definitely has a body. Besides, Saber doesn't really look like a familiar at all. Familiar? I just met her, though.
Like literally, yeah.
I steal a brief glance at Saber.
She's just over there.
Saber is suddenly listening to our conversation. She's the very picture of a human. I don't know who she is, but she's a girl not too far away in age from myself. A familiar? Well, Servants are in that class, but they're an entirely level removed from what you're thinking of. That girl over there is a ghost liner. They're said to be the strongest of all familiars. Ghost liner? Weird! Wait.
There's that word again.
Wait a minute. Huh. Why are you using ghost liner as a single word? Weird translation choice. You know that line was in game, but I just imagine Wak looking at Saber trying to see how she reacted to her joke. Thank you, Jade. I think, you know what? I think Saber could really like it. I think maybe right now she's still a bit cold and opening up a bit, but like, give it 2 or 3 days and she could fucking eat that shit up. Like, I thought that means she is a ghost? Ghost, well, he's something similar, but Saber will kill you if you lump her in with them. Servants are the incarnated spirits of heroes of the past. Existence is greater than humans, close to the level of divine spirits. Oh! Incarnated heroes of the past? Info dump section!
Let's go!
That's right, past or present. Heroes who have died are dragged here like this and manifested. Well, summoning them is the master's job, but what manifests them after that is the Holy Grail itself. Giving form to a soul is impossible for a mere mage. So what we do is we piggyback on powerful artifacts. Wait a second. Heroes of the past, huh? Like to give a completely random example, like King Arthur? Saber just twitches slightly, her ahogi just like... I look at Saber. In that case, was she a hero as well? Well, it's true that nobody would wear a costume like that anymore, but even so... It's impossible. I never heard of a magic like that. Look, I know I just met you, but I'm going to rock your entire foundation of reality. Hope you're okay with that. Don't worry about that. It's obviously Joan of Arc.
This kind of dialogue drives me absolutely crazy. Incidentally, that's impossible. I've never heard of that. Like, you live in a world where some weird shit's happening that you've already witnessed. Open up your mind a little bit, buddy.
Yeah. Of course you haven't, since it's not magic. Just think of it as a phenomenon manifested entirely by the Holy Grail. If that weren't the case, there'd be no way that we could revive a soul and anchor it in place here. Hey, hello, mi badada! This is so funny also knowing just how loose sometimes some servant stuff can get in some other sections of the Nasuverse. Don't even worry about it. Revival of the soul. So then, servants are different from ghosts. They are. Haven't you heard that whether it's a human or animal or a machine, if something leaves behind some kind of great achievement, it's removed from the ring of reincarnation and sublimates into something one rank higher? Heroic spirits are that sort of being. In short, they've been set up as objects of worship, like some sort of pseudo-gods. I like that though. I still like that kinda vibe so much.
Absolutely the same.
Necromancy and channeling, those sorts of common spirit magics, borrow a part of their power and use it to perform miracles, right? The servants are heroic spirits themselves, brought here directly and made into familiars. That's why generally, they stay with us in spirit form, but if it's necessary, we can materialize them to fight. So you can use them in either spirit or physical form. When the guy who was with you before disappeared, is that because he took his spirit form? That's right, right now he's keeping watch outside on the roof. I think you figured this out in the fight before, but the only thing that can defeat servants is other servants who are spirits like them. Well, if they're materialized, our attacks can hit them, so if everything goes well, we might be able to beat them. But servants are all like monsters, right? So that's why the general principle is that we leave monsters to fight monsters. and we support them from behind. Huh. Tohsaka's explanation kind of bothers me. Monster this, monster that. I don't know what the other servants are like, but I don't want to apply that description to Saber. Anyway, the people who have been chosen as masters have to use the servants they've summoned to defeat the other masters. Have you gotten that much? I understand the words at least, but I'm still not satisfied. In the first place, who had taste bad enough to start this thing and why? Oh boy. Oh boy. We only know a little bit of that, but...
It's because it's awful. It's a bad thing.
That's not something I'm supposed to know, and it's not something I'm going to answer either. One of these days you should ask the guy overseeing the Grail War about that stuff. What I can teach you is just that you already have no choice but to fight, and your servant is a powerful familiar, so use her well. Hey, Saber's not a monster, he says, not aware of the fucking Dark Souls boss in her chest from the Fate timeline. Interesting how she didn't mention Kotomine by name in that English text, but she did say his name vocally. Did she? History. Oh, I need to skip the second. Oh! Oh, and this leads into the scene in the church. That doesn't change between the routes. Oh, I did. I want to skip that actually. Boo. One moment.
You're doing great, hun. Don't panic.
Not worry about it.
Beat Saber.
Master registration. Oh, and we get new content in the middle of it. I like that. I like that we cut in the middle of it to continue something new. The wind has started blowing. It's probably the fact that we're on top of the hill too. The wind is stronger than it is on the ground, and the cold that stabs my cheeks is sharper.
Yeah! Shirou, have you finished your talk?
Oh, this is entirely post the conversation with Kirei.
Oh, I presumed it was.
Yeah. He told me more than I ever wanted to know about what's going on. About the Holy Grail War and about the Masters too.
Good.
Remind me if either of you know the story by the way, or is it first time for both of you? I am the one who knows.
I am the one who doesn't. One of us tells truths, the other only lies.
So I actually, yeah. The only thing I've done is like see some bits and pieces from Fate Grand Order and do some wiki diving. So like I know some plot beats. I do not know how they fit in the game together. So even knowing what's going to happen, this game has surprised me several times already.
And I have been endlessly surprised, because I don't know shit about shit.
Saber leans in close and peers into my face. I guess that's only natural. It's very much her business what choice I made. I don't know if I'm up for it, but I have decided to fight as a master. I'm sorry for being such a novice, but will you accept me as your master, Saber?
There's nothing for me to accept. You were my master from the very beginning. Did I not swear that I would be your sword?
Even knowing things you're gonna yeah, exactly. Yeah, also the bad endings. Like, the main things I know from wiki diving is the things you learn from the main route. If I go into a bad end and we fucking die horribly, I will be just as horrified. Unconsciously, the scene I saw then is resurrected. You did, didn't you? Yeah, if you say that, that really helps. Taking a deep breath, I turn and face Saber again. Then let's shake on it. I'll be counting on you, Saber. I hold out my right hand. I don't know what the relationship between a master and a servant is like, and I don't know what we're supposed to do from here either. Then, at least, I want to get the very first part of our relationship right. Saber, is shaking hands not good?
No, not at all. It was just so sudden that I was surprised.
Sippy. Saying that, Saber placed her right hand in mine.
Then I shall swear once more. So long as the command spell remains upon your body, I will be your sword.
Yeah, I don't really understand, but please. Saber says it with such earnest seriousness that carried along with her I nod too. Thinking about it calmly, this is a peculiar sight. And he's a starry winter sky. I'm shaking freezing hands with a girl I've only just met and exchanging the words of something like a contract. Like this you'll probably be fine even if I leave you two alone, won't you? I pull my hand back in a panic. When I turn around, Tohsaka and the knight in red coat are standing there. You're getting along, aren't you? You weren't talking at all before, but now there's been quite a change. What, have you decided you can't trust Saber? No, it's not really anything like that. But, no, I guess maybe it is like that. Maybe it is like that. I still don't know anything about Saber, but we're going to be working together from now on. I see. Then don't let your guard down. Now that you're like that, we won't have any mercy on you either. Hold that. I tilted my head in confusion. For a moment, I do not understand the meaning of what she said. No, wait. You... Did you understand that we're enemies? I brought you all the way out here because you hadn't become my enemy yet. But with this, you've become one of the masters, right, Emiya-kun? Then I think there's only one thing for us to do. Oh. No, she is absolutely right, but, why though? I don't have any intention of fighting you, Tohsaka. Oh, I thought it might come to this. I gave up. At this rate, there was no point bringing you out here, was there? Tohsaka's shoulders droop in dismay. She's like, come on, be my rival! Be my enemy! I want to fight you at Saber! That is, the boy.
Wait.
What? You promised not to say anything until I said you could, didn't you, Archer?
I'm aware of that, but this isn't going anywhere at this rate. There's no need to test your opponent's resolve. If there's an enemy who is easily defeated, you shouldn't hold back from crushing them.
I know that without you having to tell me.
If you know, then put it to action. Or what? Do you intend to take pity on him again? I'm sure that's not the case, but that's not the issue here, is it?
Of course not! The fucking delayed reaction. The reason she took a moment. She took a fucking moment. Holy shit. I have a debt to him, don't I? I just can't feel good about fighting him until I pay that back.
I have more trouble. Then I'm gonna disappear. Call me when you've paid back your debt or whatever.
Holy fucking shit, I love them. The Red Knight, Archer, disappears. No, he just turned invisible. According to Tohsaka, servants are spirits. Saber says that she can't return to her spirit form, but a servant of a complete master like Tohsaka can surely readily make himself disappear just like he did. And leaving that aside... Hey, Tohsaka, when you say debt, talking about before, are you? I am. Whatever form it took, you use your command spell and stop Saber. Didn't you, Emiya-kun? So it will be out of balance if I don't go easy on you a little.
Even
I
though
need you.
they're like completely even.
Yeah, exactly. If she just admitted that she saved him, she could say that they're even and not have to do this, but she cares for him.
We call these in the business elaborate rituals.
Just a little bit of tsun. Balance. You fixate on some weird things, don't you, Tohsaka? Yeah, I know. I understand that this is just fat on my mind, but there's no help for it. I hate just racking up debt. Archer, I wasn't summoned for this shit. Peace.
Also, I hate racking up debts when she so delights in applying them to other people.
She turns away with a snort. Horse girl. But this is a limited time service. Tomorrow I won't show you any mercy, so you'd better do your best and think of a plan or something with Saber. So in other words, service runs all day today? That's right. Well, I am the one who brought you all the way out here. So I'll look after you at least until we get back to town. Oh boy, I sure nothing happens on the way back to town.
That sure would be unfortunate, wouldn't it?
And so, to keep from looking us in the eye, Tohsaka starts walking.
Let's go, Shirou. Just as she says, it's not good for us to stay here for too long.
Nodding to Saber's words, I quickly started walking after Tohsaka. The three of us descend the hill. Perhaps because Tohsaka is walking ahead of us by herself, we reach the bottom of the hill with no particular conversation. What lies ahead of us is a simple crossroads. To go down the wide road that leads to Shinto Station, or continue across the great bridge that connects to Miyama. Before that intersection, Tohsaka stops dead in her tracks. Tohsaka, what is it? Why'd you stop all of a sudden? If we're going home, we're taking the bridge, right? No, sorry, but head home alone from here. I was so preoccupied with you that I forgot about it, but I don't have any free time myself. We're here in Shinto anyway, so I'm going to do a bit of looking around before I go home. Looking around? For the other masters? Yeah? I don't know what you think about it, but I've been waiting for this for a long time. For the night that the 7 masters are assembled and the Holy Grail War begins. In that case, I don't have the choice to just quietly go home from here, right? If I couldn't beat Saber, I won't be satisfied unless I can finish off another servant.
Shoot's no longer baby, she wants power.
She wants the power! There's no hesitation in Tohsaka's eyes. And at that, I understand. Tohsaka Rin is a full-fledged mage. He's a complete mage, both in knowledge and spirit. So why? So this is where we part ways? I've done my duty, and if I stay with you any longer, it will probably end up being a problem. We need to break cleanly and move on to being enemies tomorrow. Why does she have this excess part that's the total opposite of a mage? Oh, just immediately clocking her, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Tohsaka didn't explain the rules to me out of any sense of obligation. Totally impartially, she just put herself in the shoes of Emiya Shirou, who she didn't even know, and decided to lend him a hand. That's why, with the explanation over, it's back to how things were. Well, that's left it for us to oppose each other as masters. She's a proper mage, so why is she also a good person? But in spite of that, Tohsaka says something like that. From Tohsaka Rin's perspective, none of what she did tonight was necessary. If I stay with you any longer, it will probably end up being a problem. If she were going to say a line like that, she shouldn't have been with me to start with. As smart as she is, Tohsaka must have understood that completely. Even so, without weighing the pros and cons, Tohsaka Rin took Emiya Shirou's hand. Tohsaka in front of me is totally different from the her I see at school. Even putting it mildly, her personality is harsh and she's crabby and hard to get close to. Enough to make me want to ask just what the hell the act she's playing at school is. No, really, I think that's mostly a scam. But, well, even so, Tohsaka Rin is also the person everyone thought she was. Oh, yeah, you really are a good person, aren't you, Tohsaka? What's that all of a sudden? I'm not going to go easy on you for flattering me. I know that. Because she won't go easy on me. She told me that it'd be a problem if she sympathized with me. I know. But if it's possible, I don't want us to be enemies. I like people like you. For some reason, with that, Tohsaka falls silent. Suburb empty of people. Right now, the church towering far above us, and the quiet of the foreigner cemetery spread out on the hill are strangely warm. Anyway, if your servant gets taken out, don't hesitate and run to the church, okay? If you do that, then at least your life will be saved. Yeah, I'd rather not do that, but just in case, I'll take your advice. But I don't think that will happen. No matter how you think about it, Saber will probably live longer than I do. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up. Oh. Once again, Tohsaka shows me a mysterious reaction. After she lets out an incredible sigh, she briefly glances at Saber. Fine, if I give you any more warnings, it really will be sympathy, so I won't say anything. Look after yourself. No matter how great Saber is, if you get killed, that's it. Tohsaka turns towards Shinto and starts walking. But with a suddenness like she's seen a ghost or something, she stops dead. Oh no. Oni-chan, you were taking way too fucking long to get to the intersection I was waiting in, so I came to find you!
I've been here for fucking hours!
Are you finished talking? A young voice echoes in the night. I was waiting for it. That lilting voice is unmistakably that of a young girl. My gaze is drawn to the top of the hill. There, I'm not sure when the clouds disappeared, but the moon is shining brilliantly in the sky. A long shadow and a strange shape like a demon you'd see in a picture book. Against the pale and gloomy silhouette of the town was a strange shape that mustn't be there.
Yeah, woo!
There's the boy. Berserker? Oh, Berserker. Tohsaka lets out an unfamiliar word. Even if I don't know what it means, I can feel how strange that giant is more keenly than I ever wanted to. That's not a human. Then it must be what's called a serpent, the same as Saber and the others. He's so small. Good evening, Oni-chan. This is the second time we've met like this, isn't it? Right, she like spooks you in the streets at one point. She tells you to hurry up and summon Saber.
For half a second I was like, is she getting meta, honestly? You know?
No, God. Good evening, Oni-chan. I remember you from the Taiga Dojo. You died once to Kirei before, didn't you? The girl smiles as she speaks. That innocence sends a chill down my back. The sight of a little girl with that monstrosity at her back is so incongruous that it's like I'm having a bad dream. What do you mean it's incongruous? This is like one of the best, like, known tropes. You grab the big, aggressive thing and the little girl and have them just work together. Oni-chan, I remember your tiger dojos. I fucking love that meme so much. Oh.
It's too, his Meg's monster.
No, it's not as simple as just my back. Never mind my body, even my mind is completely frozen. That's a monster. I'm not even meeting its gaze, but its mere presence there makes me unable to move. I'm shocked. In simple ability that thinks even stronger than Saber. With a click of her tongue, Tohsaka glares at the monster above us. In her back, I can feel the same despair that grips me, and a certain spirit determined not to surrender to it. Archer, that's not an enemy we can brute force our way through. We should stick to your natural fighting style for right now. I whispered the boys. This is so good because now Archer is with us. This is 2 versus 1, you know? It's a different encounter. And I'm
wondering if it's gonna end the same way or not.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether Berserker is going to wipe the floor with the both of us. But I have a feeling with Archer being here, like, I don't think we're going to defeat Berserker. But we may just, like, leave without Shirou getting nearly torn in half.
Or maybe we will be exploded and it'll just feel different.
At that, the Formless Knights responds.
Understood. But how do you plan to defend yourself? You won't be able to stop a charge from him yourself, Rin.
There are 3 of us here. We'll pull through somehow. I get it. White women can be pretty scary. Oh, you were talking about Berserker. Oh. Is he satisfied at that? The presence that had been standing in wait behind Tohsaka's back instantly disappears somewhere else. She's not even counting Shirou. Emiya-kun, it's up to you whether to fight or run. But run away somehow if you can. Yeah, no, she's just telling Shirou to fucking leave. Are you done talking then? You don't mind if I get started? Hey, Sans, welcome. We're fading. A light laugh. The girl gives a polite bow, unfitting to this place. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rin. I am Emiya. You'll understand if I say that I'm Eliasviel von Einsvern, won't you? Einsvern. Yeah, she must have heard that name before somewhere. Tohsaka's body shuddered slightly, and now we understand contextually that she is one of, like, 3 big families involved in this bullshit.
With magical royalty, TM.
She must have liked that reaction from Tohsaka, as the girl smiles happily. Then I'll kill you now? Get them, Berserker! Like she's singing, she commands a strange shape behind her. The giant
Here
leaps.
it comes!
The thing called Berserker descends the distance from the hilltop to here, dozens of meters in a single breath.
Shirou, get back.
Oh! Beneath the moon, a volley of some kind of meteor-like bullets are fired at the falling giant. Is this what it means to have unparalleled accuracy? The silver lights that pierces the swiftly falling giant are unmistakably arrows. No, it's laughable to call them arrows. Every shot of that machine gun-like sweep is filled with a power that might pierce the very bedrock. And there are 8 of them. That volley that could have easily turned a house or 2 into Swiss cheese instead Wait, it didn't work? It has no effect on the Black Giant at all. Sword and sword collide. The great sword of Berserker struck by the arrows as he lands. And the sword of Saber, who runs over to his landing site, scatters sparks into the air. This Tekken has music. You know what? No, okay. You know what's the funniest thing I just realized? It took the entirety of the Fate route and getting here, but this is the first time that Archer has actually used arrows.
This is the first time that Archer has arched since we've seen him.
It's the first time we've fucking seen him use arrows. God, I love Berserker screams. The two swords slam against each other. Even as she's overpowered by Berserker's sword, Saber's own sword doesn't slacken. Silver light races through the darkness. Just how much magical energy is stored in that tiny body. Saber, who should be obviously inferior to him in strength, even so, surrenders not a step. The giant sword that I see only as a whirlwind, she parries, deflects, and cuts through head-on. Flex belt, baby! She's not, she's strength. She is. I can't imagine I'm the only one who gasped. The little girl who is the giant's master and Tohsaka beside me, staring at them in blank astonishment, are both captivated by that sight. It's the first time we've seen any archer use arrows. Right, fucking Gilgamesh also uses just a million novel fanta. His qualification for being an archer is literally random bullshit, go!
I would say that I will confidently declare this perhaps the last time we see an archer use arrows.
I will have you know that Fate Samurai Remnant features not one, but two archers with a bow and arrows.
Scandalous.
Archer, back her up. In response to her voice, Silverlight flies forth once more. The Silverlight mercilessly strikes the giant's temple. Archer's arrow, its flight boring through the air, rivals the blast of a tank cannon. What was that noise?
Oh god, was that loud?
No, it's fine. I don't know what it was.
I just set my coffee down, like, right next to the microphone.
Oh, I thought it was, like, Discord noise. That's why I noticed it.
No, that was the ice jumbling around in my Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Whoever that giant is, there's no way he can be unscathed after taking that in the temple. Got him! Without a hair's pause, Saber sweeps with her invisible sword. But... ooh. It and her body both were battered back by a brutal blow. Oh my god, that alliteration?
Yeah.
It and her body both were battered back by a brutal blow. That's such good alliteration though, I love that.
Yeah, that's kind of wonderful. It's got a good rhythm to it.
Ah. Saber is thrown backward and skids across the asphalt. At that, the black whirlwind pursues her. And a multitude of silver lights race out as though to prevent his pursuit. But they have no effect. To be more accurate, the three arrows fired unerringly into the giant's brow simply vanish altogether into his body. What a boy. The giant doesn't stop. Saber instantly stops his swinging greatsword with her own. Ooh. Saber! The cry has no meaning at all. Blocking Berserker's blow, Saber is flung through the air like a ball. and lands with a clang halfway up the hill. Is she disoriented? Saber is on her knees on the ground, unmoving. This is the end, huh? Smash her, Berserker! I hear the little girl's voice, and the black giant charges towards Saber with nightmarish speed. Archer, keep shooting! Saka rushes forward as she yells. She mean to try to help Saber? Osaka sprints up the hill, pulling what look like stones from her pocket.
Gewicht und so doppelt.
Thank you.
Yep, I got you.
Osaka scattering the obsidian into the air, and the countless silver lights raining down from the heavens. Even struck with those, still, Berserker's charge doesn't stop. What a monster. Coming this far, even I can't understand how absurd he is. What is that like Twitter DMs conversation? Holy fuck, that body of yours is absurd. That giant isn't on the level of just being strong. He has an immortality granted by the protection of some rule wrought from an extraordinary magical power. It doesn't matter. Ignore the jappy one. Archers or Rin's attacks can't overcome your noble phantasm anyway. The girl's voice rings out. The giant's greatsword swings a wide sweep. At that, blocking it with gallant eyes, Saber is hurled through the air a second time. Ooh.
Saber's just getting like the Elden Ring experience. She's getting juggled by Horlu.
He's blown as far as the top of the hill, dozens of meters away. In a straight line, just like a fastball, Saber slams into the empty field some distance from the road. At that, I thought she might be dead. A single blow could still have been fine, but after being struck twice by that giant's greatsword, there's no way she could be unharmed. Black Whirlwind moves. Even though the battle is already decided, is he still not satisfied? The giant called Berserker roars as he charges up to the field on the hilltop. She'll die. Even if Saber is still alive. With this, she's certainly going to die. Saber fastball! The girl is bowling. You will never be... I know it's a different sport, but like... You will never be bowling, Oni-chan.
It's... all sports is the same.
You will never be bowling, Oni-chan. Now, give up? Maybe I will spare them if you become my coach. That's how this goes, right?
Yeah, this is something.
Or no, Ilya is more the kind of making him the ball, right? Yeah.
It's like that one scene in Space Jam where they like take Michael Jordan and like crush him into a ball and then dunk him.
Yeah. And then, as long as I'm here, there's no mistaking that I will be killed too. Get away somehow if you can. There's no sign of Tohsaka. He chased after Berserker, as though to say she still intends to challenge the enemy who remained unscathed after all she threw at him.
Well,
Oh man. This is a three-way choice, huh? Okay,
right.
so do as Tohsaka says is a bad end, right?
I was gonna say, by all of my knowledge is not to listen to Tohsaka. Like, she is wrong all the time. Do not listen to her plan.
I think we have to follow them, right?
Like, given how the bad ends were in the other route, that feels like the least likely to kill us.
Like, we have to be there and do things, even if it's just shouting, Saber!
Yeah, even if we're just there for, like, emotional support.
So, follow them then.
And if not, gonna have a good time.
If not, we will see a Ilya and Taiga soon. Know that it won't do any good even if I do go. But the feel of her hand still lingers in mine. Tell me that we're in this together. She firmly grasped the hand. Firmly grasped it! I held out to her. Then... God, it's obvious what I have to do, isn't it? Hey! So as I pray, Unlimited Blade walks. Yeah? It's just so funny to imagine Shirou just stays there like a lost puppy until they finish the fight.
Standing there, kicking the gravel.
Oh. If I climb the hill and follow after that giant, I will be killed. Suppressing the shuddering of my spine at that fact, I run up the hill as fast as I can. There it is, the Saber!
That's our contribution done.
I ran onto the empty field, and my expectations are greatly betrayed by what I see. Are you all fucking fighting with the fucking headstones of the graves?
It's kind of sick, actually.
Wow, a tragic gas explosion in the cemetery next to the church has obliterated half of the area.
You
We
know,
are so
with dead
sorry to the
bodies
families.
decompose, they make gases, and those pile up, and that definitely caused this.
Headstones fly through the air. Each time the giant's great sword streaks out with a roar. The heavy headstones are comically split in two. In the midst of all that, there is a knight courageously running across the headstones, flying in all directions. Oh, look at this!
Let's go.
Look at this new CG! The whirling blow of that hatchet-like sword. With a crash, it blasts the headstones into the air. Amid all of that, with the same no, with greater strength than before, Saber stands against Berserker. You know the coolest thing about this? The Fate route has the original Dean anime, which isn't good. But this is Unlimited Blade works. I have seen clips of this actual fight animated.
Is it good?
Yes, Unlimited Blade works and Heaven's Field movies do action things very good. We could watch it afterwards, you know, not like after this stream, but like after the route.
Yeah, after we're done. I would love to do that, actually. That's fun.
There's also the abridged version of this one, which is really good.
Heard.
At this point, their positions are reversed. Her frame is tiny compared to Berserker, and that works to her advantage. Berserker obstructed by the obstacles, and Saber flitting among them like they're not even there. Unlimited budget works. Yeah. No doubt for Berserker, these are trivial obstacles, but they aren't nothing. It's a slim difference in the battlefield, but that tiny difference has tipped the balance of their contest. And Heaven's Funds, shut up! Oh, that's Saber. Or no, that's Rin. Over here! If you go any further, you'll get caught in the middle. Hey? What the hell are you thinking? And they'll tell you to run, or what? Are you saying you didn't hear me? She yells at me with incredible menace. No, I heard you, but there's no way I could do that, right? Oh, and how the hell did you come to that conclusion? Do you not understand that you have no way to fight? So if you're here, you're just going to get in the way. If you're going to do something and then die, there's no helping that. But if you get killed without doing anything, then the whole thing is pointless, isn't it? I don't know why, but Tohsaka is seriously angry. But mysteriously, even being yelled like this didn't make me angry. Hey, is that really something for you to get angry about, Tohsaka? Even if I die pointlessly, that doesn't really have anything to do with you, does it? It has everything to do with me. I said I was gonna let you go today, so if you don't get home safely, it's really gonna bother me. This fucking Chew.
I'm so in love with this already.
Oh, more and more inexplicable. Tohsaka really is putting on an act when she's at school. Yeah, break. Anyway, you're still safe, so run away while you can. That Iliasville kid probably really intends to kill all of us. I know that, but I can't run away, can I? There's no way I can leave her when Saber's fighting that hard. It's something you get to say when you're a real master. Even if you're here, if you can give her any backup at all you're going to do is die. This is your last chance. It's fine, just get out of here. As if, as long as I've got a body, there has to be something I can do. Besides, Tohsaka, are you really going to make me do something you couldn't do yourself? Run away, huh? Tohsaka fixes her eyes on me with a serious expression and then... You're right. Trying to force you to do something I couldn't do myself. I was the one who didn't have any shame. He looks away with a snort. Well, I love how there's just the vibration occasionally, you know? The bonk. There might not be any need to run away. At this rate, I doubt Saber's going to lose. Hidden in the shadow of the trees, Tohsaka peeks over at what's happening in the graveyard. There's no change in their fight. Every one of Berserker's attacks hits nothing and just destroys the area around him like a typhoon. In that interval, amidst the swinging whirlwind, the lumps of dirt thrown in the air, and the rain of shattered tombstones, Saber, without even a speck of dirt on her armor, strikes a blow at Berserker. A peerless godlike technique, shown a battle that no human could possibly equal. The fear that I'd felt until now disappears. No, honestly, you could even say I'm captivated. Even when I was told about the Holy Grail War, I still didn't really believe it, and I was still apprehensive of it as well. But seeing her, all of that is blown away. She's fucking cool. This shit is hype. Go white girl, go. That was
so much more exciting than the first fight.
Yeah, the first fight was just hopeless, but now we have Archer backing us, and that led us to a completely different... We also started fighting in a different place, so you know. Oh, Watchdog! It's the difference, just a little bit of context changes the fight completely. A raging storm of swords. In the middle of that whirlwind, which could turn you into ground meat the instant you touch it, stands the form of a knight, challenging her enemy without the slightest hesitation. Perhaps it's at this that I accept everything. That whatever it is that waits for me from here on out. If she who named herself Saber is with me, we can fight through even against the devil himself. Like I thought it was weird, but she got hit by Berserker's sword on purpose, huh? Quietly, in an emotionless voice, Tohsaka whispers, "You mean so she could throw Berserker up here?" You do understand, don't you? It's suicide to fight that thing where there isn't any cover. So that's why Saber chose this place as her battlefield. And as she naturally drew him away from you, she pretended to let him corner her. She's so good. She's so good.
I love that. One of my favorite tropes in the world is the anime character who stands off to the side of the fight and explains what's going on to you.
Yes!
And this is just that.
Yes! Yeah. In that case, as we were walking up the hill, Saber must have been thinking that this place would make a suitable battlefield. Of course, in a fight like this, she can't expect any support. But her opponent is a monster who can nullify even Archer's arrows. She's just like Brock from Pokemon, and both of them love women. Yeah. support was meaningless from the very beginning. As Tohsaka mutters to herself, she observes the battle between Saber and Berserker. Archer's arrows. But those words are bothering me. There's no sign of Archer here. If he's as much of an archer as his name implies, then certainly he won't participate in a stand-up fight, but... Scream. She's got him! Tohsaka snaps her fingers. Just as Tohsaka cheers, perhaps Saber's sword has struck Berserker, or perhaps he lost his footing. Berserker's body, that hadn't swayed an inch until now, shakes violently as he loses his balance. Hey, Willow! The whirlwind sweeps out in desperation. Saber leaps back to dodge it and retakes a two-handed grip on her sword. With that, it's decided. His desperate blow dodged, Berserker loses his balance still further, and Saber bends her knee as though to step in at him with every ounce of strength in her body. Then... Archer? What do you mean, get back? I noticed Tohsaka's questioning voice and the killing intention directed at us from far away.
Okay, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Behind me, hundreds of meters away from here, on the roof of a building, I see a red knight readying his bow. Is this nausea or a chill? What he holds in his hands is a bow not different from the one he's used until now. Thing that even with a direct hit didn't even give Berserker a scratch. Then surely there's no need to feel any threat from something like... A chill runs down my spine. What's held in his bow isn't an arrow, it's something different. The target of his killing intent isn't just Berserker. Oh, he's just going to AoE blast the entire cemetery? Oh, is he going to fucking kill both? My legs move. Oh.
Fuck.
We call her back, right? Or...
Okay, I'm gonna say call back because bring back feels like bait.
Bring back feels like Shirou is just going to run in and get himself killed.
Oh, I was thinking it's like command spell.
Oh.
Thing. Like, the tension is there to make you feel like you have to.
Fair enough. Let's call Saber back. No, come back, Saber!
Bad end time?
Before I know it, I'm yelling desperately. Run, white girl, run!
Master?
Perhaps she heard my restraining voice. Saber step in slows. But it's not enough. It's just that she won't make it in time.
It's dangerous. Get back further.
You idiot, you're the one who's in danger. Anyway, this way! I lean forward and reach my hand out to Saber.
I am?
Perhaps at that, she sensed it. Saber turns away from Berserker and tries to retreat from the battlefield as fast as she can. Just barely after that retreat, his arrow is released. Saber leaping back like a spark, and Berserker making as though to chase her. Between them, into the center of the battlefield, Archer's arrow is fired.
Tactical orbital strike.
The bow and arrow that until now has had no effect. The giant closes in on Saber, as though there's no need to even block such a thing. But the next moment... Black Giant turns his back on us and strikes back at the approaching arrow with all of his strength. For an instant, all sound disappears. Archer got the tactical nukes!
Why did he do that?
Holding because it was the best chance to just kill 2 of the opposing servants in one single go.
I mean, it's a good move, but...
Holding Saber down to the ground, I just endure it. Maybe I've been deafened? I can't hear anything. All I can discern is a rumbling of the air shaking my body and the heat scorching my skin. The shards of various things flung by the violent wind are hurled in all directions, and with a heavy thud, something stabs into my back. Ugh. I grit my teeth and endure it. In truth, the white flash must last only for an instant, and my body somehow survives that destruction without taking a fatal wound. Jesus fucking Christ, Archer! Underneath me, Saber looks at it in astonishment. Same goes for me as well. I don't know what happened, but Archer's arrow instantly set the graveyard ablaze.
Oh my god.
The ground at the center of the blast is scooped out into a crater. Archer caused a destruction of that magnitude. And even through that much destruction, Berserker is still alive and well? What's that, Saber?
Oh, fuck. Berserker, he was struck with an A-rank noble phantasm, and he's still unscathed.
Oh, just a bit toasty. There's no strength in Saber's voice. While the sparks of the fire melt into the darkness of the night, Black Giant stands unmoving in the center of the blaze, and the rest of us, there, stare voiceless at that terrible sight. Only the sound of the fire burning reaches my ears. Oh wait, trauma triggers.
Woo!
So I think that at this rate it will become a huge fire. Huh? With a hard clang, something strange falls to the ground. A sword? No, that's the arrow. God fucking damn it. An arrow with a magnificent hilt and a blade twisted like a spiral. Like, is that fucking, what's the name? I think I know what. No, it couldn't be. Could it be Fergus' fucking sword? What's the name of it? The, Kaladbolg. Did Archer just fucking shoot Kaladbolg? Even if it's a sword, if it was used as an arrow, then it's an arrow. Weird how the graveyard had a gas leak, huh? Yeah? Anya already put it better than I could ever have, as corpses just build up gas, and that just happens, don't worry.
It just happens. Graveyards do this all the time.
Why do I find that so curious? The arrow struck down by Berserker disappears as if melting into the fire. The sight of it fading away without a trace is like a candy melting in the heat. That, without any reason for it, makes me sick to my stomach. Oh.
Two hot ones.
This is why lined caskets are a bad idea. Archer's arrow. I don't know anything beyond that. Raising my head, I shift my gaze to Archer far away. There's no way I can see him. There's no way that I can, but I certainly do. He twists the corners of his mouth and smiles as though to show me it wasn't just Berserker he was aiming at. That son of a bitch. My head aches. The chill running down my spine doesn't stop. Just like when I fail to produce a magic circuit, my spine burns and I feel like I'm going to throw up. Oh, I'm impressed, Rin. Archer's not that, is he? I don't know where she is. Oh, I don't know where she is, but the girl's amused voice rings out. Fine. Come back, Berserker. I thought I'd get the boring stuff out of the way first, but have changed my plans a little. The black shadow wavers. In the middle of the blaze, the giant retreats as though in response to the girl's voice. Oh. What, you've gone this far and now you're just running away? Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't need Saber, but your archer piqued my interest, so I'm going to let you live a little longer. The giant disappears, and as the white girl laughs. Well then, bye-bye. Let's play again sometime, Oni-chan. Leaving that behind her, she disappears past the other side of the fire. We actually had like a proper fight and like fended them off instead of nearly dying.
I just dodged another bad end.
Maybe even
I'm
two.
so good at fate.
You're a good little bird at fate.
I like that. Let's just move on.
Sudden disaster disappears. Despite what she said, I doubt Tohsaka has any intention of chasing after that girl either. Even I understand that she let us go. Then I can't imagine that Tohsaka could go out of her way to take such a reckless fight.
You saved my life, Master. If you hadn't called to me, I would have been caught in Archer's noble phantasm as well.
Sorry, Saber, we're simping for Archer now.
No!
I mean, that little smirk, you know?
I do like toxic men.
Yeah, that's... I'm glad I could help, I tell her.
Master?
What's the matter with me? I haven't taken any great wound, but I feel terrible and my consciousness is... Emiya-kun? What is it? It was white as a sheet.
Master. Shirou?
The strength drains from my knees. Suddenly, the world before my eyes turns white.
Taking that. What in God's name happened?
I feel someone support my falling body. That too suddenly disappears, and most of my functions abruptly fall away. All that's left is just this pulsing. What's getting on my nerves? And what am I curious about? My consciousness is falling away, but this headache, like a fever, just keeps on beating. Okay, this is already very different from the Fate route, huh?
What's going on?
Oh, we're getting an opening.
Oh, sir?
Chat cannot see it. Chat cannot see the opening, I'm so sorry.
L for that.
I'll show this after when I have time to change the windows.
What a
It's
frustrating
the old
work.
opening too.
What?
There's a bastard man.
Cancel on you, but why? I'm so funny.
God, I want to see more of Ryder.
I hardly know her.
Yeah, it's 90% the same opening as the Fate route. That's fine. The bastard man!
There he is, there
Bastard
he
man!
is. I love Gilgamesh so much.
I like that we see a little bit more of... Like, we didn't see any of Gilgamesh in the first opening because, you know, he's a big spoiler. Ah. Fate, Stay Night, Rialta Nua.
This
Unlimited
truly is
Blade
a
Works.
stay right.
And that is the first day into Unlimited Blade Works.
Woo!
Hmm.
That was really good, actually.
It's really good. Did you have more in you to keep going a little bit this day, or?
I don't know.
You tell me. This is a good cutoff point if we wanted to make it short, but we could just continue.
So like I'm still feeling under the weather, but it hasn't been that long. But I don't want to commit to it if it's gonna be a while.
I imagine the beginning shouldn't be too much because Shirou just fucking collapsed, so it will be like waking up and everything. But, you know.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going for a little bit. At least to like the next half hour, I think.
Okay.
Let's wrap up a little bit more, just because I want in.
A scene I've never seen before. Hi! New dreams! No trauma! A burning sky overhead. And countless swords at my feet. Is this scars of war? The world is infinitely dead and no one lives here. An ash-choked wind blows across the forest of steel.
Are these the unlimited blades?
The swords are clustered together like trees, and the number of them is strange. More than 10 or 20, yet less than 100 or 200. But whatever their actual numbers, if a person cannot count them all, then surely you could call them unlimited.
Alright.
You could say that this place is unlimited blades.
I hate being correct.
The many weapons thrust into the ground rust away, with no hand to wield them. The remains of innumerable swords. That... He thought it just like a graveyard. Berserker! What do you mean a person can't count them all? You telling me you can count the triple digits, Shirou?
Numbers are hard. I get it.
Listen, I support my trans mask himbo who cannot do math. I like him.
Really an icon. Every man.
Okay, no, but consider this. Shirou has a hyperfixation on swords, so he will start counting like 1, 2, 3. Oh wow! This hilt on this sword is really cool. It's modeled after this, and this.
Yeah, facts.
And then he will lose track. It's a hyperfixation. My sight returns. Plenty of time must have passed since the sun came up. I can definitely feel the sunshine. A dream. I lazily open my eyes and recall the dream I saw. A hill of swords. I must have had a dream like that because... That's right. I saw Saber wielding her sword and the graveyard wreathed in flames. Ah, you're awake? That's fine then. I'm glad to see it wasn't serious. Huh? And, at the same time, as she haughtily looks down on me, Tohsaka Rin makes an absurdly normal statement. I leap up from my futon. Like that, I instantly jump back to the wall and get some distance from Tohsaka. Tohsaka! Why are you in my room? My thoughts turn round and round in circles. I should have been on the Hill of Swords, no, in the burning graveyard, and the one who was near was Saber, so why was I sleeping in my own room and now it's already morning? Tohsaka, what are you doing here? What was I doing? In the instant I say that, my head starts spinning even faster. Sleep paralysis, Demon Ren. It's not because the situation is developing so rapidly. What surprises me most is, that Tohsaka was here, right before my eyes the moment I woke up. It's making my heart beat like a drum. If you're going to be surprised about something, then pick one. You're not sharp enough to be able to pick both, Emiya-kun. How does she have the most devastating fucking...
It's because she delivers the most mundane insults, like just objective facts. Like they're not even good roasts, it's just her confidence.
Totally oblivious to what's going on in my heart. Tohsaka is entirely cool. At that, I kick my stop head into gear. That's right. It's natural that I'd be surprised seeing Tohsaka's face the instant I woke up. Looking at it from the other side, in short, this must mean... I see. Looking at the situation, you carried me back here after I passed out, huh, Tohsaka? Oh, look at you. You're quicker than I thought. You look confused, but you were actually thinking, weren't you? Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Bitch.
I'd appreciate it if you'd stop saying things where I can't tell if you're praising or disparaging me. So then, it's only been about half a day since then? Since you brought me back to my house, we were able to get away without being seen by anyone? Yeah, that's right. Thanks for making things quick. Is she satisfied with that? A perfunctory see you. Tohsaka starts walking. But, hey, where are you going, Tohsaka? Are you still half asleep? Never mind where I'm going. This is your house, isn't it? This isn't exactly a place I can stick around forever. He says, plainly. And? We're enemies, aren't we? Her eyes declare. That's true. Last night, at church, I said that I would fight. Then Tohsaka, Rin, and Emiya Shirou already have no choice but to compete with each other. That's right, huh? Sorry, Tohsaka. And it's a bit late now, but thank you. Ooh. Then Tohsaka stops on her way out and gives me a sour look. Wait a second. What are you thanking me for? No, I mean, you saved me, didn't you? I just figured if you say we're enemies, then there's even more reason to be thankful. Hey you, sit down there, Emiya-kun. Sit. Tohsaka storms back into the center of the room. I don't know what she's thinking, but I have a feeling that if I defy her, something terrible will happen to me. Come on, hurry up. She pats the tatami. It seems like she's got something serious to talk about. That being the case, I sit down on my knees. You make it so easy. You make it so easy, Shirou. Holy shit. Look, it seems you still do not understand this, so I'll tell you. But if you think like that, you are going to die. Think like what? I'm saying you mustn't ever tell your enemy thank you. If you worry about every little thing like that, no matter how many lives you have, it will not be enough. Look, your opponents are just obstacles. Don't think they're like you just because they have human shapes and use human words. In a strong tone, with strict eyes, Tohsaka declares. Certainly she is right. It's a mistake to sympathize with the enemy as being the same as me. And it's also a mistake to think about each and every pointless thing like that. As long as I've decided that I'm going to fight, my opponents exist only to be defeated. Yeah, I can understand what Tohsaka is saying. But that's... But I'm a nice boy! Hey, sit down, boy. Are you listening to me? Listen to me. Stop thinking. Look, the Holy Grail War is a fight to the death, just to get your hands on the Holy Grail. For that reason, you don't see the other masters as human. Even if they're family, they're just targets to be crushed. Good grief. Stuff like this is the very first condition of being a master, isn't it? God, being a mage sucks. No, I'm not saying in that case. I'm saying in that case, I understand that. But in that case, why didn't you kill me? Isn't that the problem here? I mean, what happened to her threatening attitude from before? She clears her throat as she looks more and more uncomfortable. I just didn't feel like it. I had adapted you, and it's not fair to attack someone while they're asleep, so I just couldn't stand the thought for some reason. Tohsaka, didn't you just finish saying that I should do whatever it takes in order to win? He did, that's why this is my mistake. Maybe I let my guard down because I'm stronger than you. Well, I guess you could call it fat on my mind, always with the fat in her mind.
As opposed to the meat.
Ah, I remember hearing that expression before. Fat on your mind? In other words, you mean you're fat?
Shirou,
Did you want to die, Shirou?
why did you do that?
You say some funny things, don't you, Emiya-kun? But from now on, you'd best avoid going out of your way. Acting rashly is just going to get you killed. That was scary. I unconsciously shrunk away at that one. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. If there's anything else, you should ask your servant or something. Tohsaka quickly stands up, this time without any time for me to stop her. He walks toward the door. I'll be seeing you. The next time we meet, we will be enemies, so be prepared when that time comes. With that, Tohsaka's presence disappears. Why are you repeating the things I keep saying to you like friends doing this? Oh! Are you okay?
Yeah, it drops something.
Oh. Good, okay, fine.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, also, hello, Dolly. Do not apologize. I was just worried you were, like, hurt or something.
No, I'm very okay. I'm stimming with this thing that sucks the air out of a wine bottle so it stays longer, and then I dropped it on my laptop.
That's so cute, actually. So cute. I guess it really was just a whim of hers to carry me back here and even treat my wounds. Surely. Surely this is a completely unrelated whim to anything else. Leaving no attachment or emotion behind her, declaring that we're enemies, she leaves this house. Well then, this could be another good spot to stop now, if you wanted. We got the defusal with Rin's bullshit.
Yeah, fuck it. Now, let's pause.
Let's pause.
But we are absolutely, or I'm absolutely down to convene tomorrow for the
Thing.
You know, the little side project.
You know, we will be doing the extra fade route thing tomorrow. Please remember, you know, YouTube doesn't like that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to say anything, but I will. I will. We'll see about it. Don't worry about it.
You two will know nothing.
Yeah, I will pause when it's happening and everything, so don't worry about it. Yeah, that's quitting the entire game. How did you go to the main menu there? Was there just a button and I'm too tired to see? I wanted to play the opening for the chat. Give me a moment to reopen and show chat the Unlimited Bladeworks opening. I will not be showing the other version until I check it, because there may be spoilers. I mean, you know how openings are. I do know that the Heaven's Feel route does have some spoilers in the opening, so I will tell you to look away when that happens.
Sounds good.
For now... Wait. Why do I only have the Fade route once? No. No, no, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me! Where is it?
You've been denied.
I guess we're not watching it. Just look up Real Tanua Unlimited Blade Works opening. I guess we don't have it. Also, holy shit, playtime 2 days, 10 hours, 42 minutes, 34 seconds. Oh! Oh, the title screen changed. I just realized.
Oh shit.
Are you seeing this? Or did I? No, I must have stopped. Wait, let me show you the new title screen.
Oh shit.
We do be Unlimited Blade Works.
These blade perks do be kind of unlimited.
There we go. Anyway, since we couldn't play the opening, please just look it up. Also, I need you all to know that I have been demonetized on the 2 videos that I showed the beta openings in, the UFO table ones. But don't worry. Also, the one time I played the one promotional video for FGO, also the audio muted it. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's not like I'm making any money off of these. But I find it funny.
The YouTube copyright robots are just...
Oh, you know what's the most fucked thing? Because I unlocked monetization because I got 500 plus subscribers.
Mhm.
And that gives me access to some extra routes. So occasionally I will get like a notification and I will be like, oh, did someone leave a like on one of my videos? Is there a comment I should reply to? Like, I will get super excited and then it will be YouTube automated message being like, we have found other videos that may infringe on your copyright. Do you want to strike them? And I'm like, no.
Dude, what?
Yeah, when you unlock the monetization in YouTube, you also unlock a thing where they basically try to find videos similar to the ones you've made and try to compare them and see if they are using your content. Except because I am mainly a gameplay channel and I mostly do just playing games, it will just show me like some like poor indie YouTuber like me like playing a game I already played and it's like, this game could be infringing on your copyright. Do you want to ruin their day? It's awful.
You
it's
have
fucking
the
awful.
power to cause innumerable problems.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And it's never like, if it was like, oh, every single game of Tunic that people have played, we have found similarities, you know? It's like, oh, maybe. But no, it's always like videos of channels smaller than my own with less views than my own videos. That's the fun part.
And like your channel's already pretty small as it is, so
Yeah.
why did they even do that?
My channel is not even big at all, and they just encouraged you like once a week to look at this list of other people who have played a game similar to the ones you played. Do you want to make their days worse? I hate it.
But they're so excited for you to engage with the copyright system.
Oh, I hate copyright so fucking much.
More like copy wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck Mickey Mouse.
What the fuck was that?
Listen, we've been bullshitting for 2 hours. I'm exploding.
Trust me, I understand. It was more just like there were several layers of vocal quality there. It was very interesting.
I think that's one. Listen, I think that's one of my charm points. Not even I know what kind of noises are going to come out of my mouth when I do a voice. Never.
It's kind of exciting.
It's like a gacha system, you know?
Of course it would be.
God, I need you to know I'm like this in real life too. I do not exaggerate or do bullshit like this because I'm on stream. I could be talking to you normally in person, and I could do that.
Considering how much we've talked like off stream, I feel like you're more restrained when you're like quote unquote performing.
Yeah.
I think so.
You've heard it here first, chat. What you are seeing on screen, is Wakraya filtered. If you want to see Wakraya unfiltered, you know what happened anyway. Leaving tomorrow for tomorrow. It was a joy having you here, Anya.
It's always a joy to be back. Hopefully we can keep another streak going, and I won't die for another few weeks.
I really feel really bad how you get sick. Not like I don't even feel bad about having to delay the streams. I just see you suffer and like want to like do things for fate and be like, no, I can't. And it's like it's heartbreaking.
I just have like a really weirdly bad immune system. I'm otherwise like quite healthy, but then it's just I'll get like a cold and just be out of commission for a week.
It's okay, you already know that I am super horny off stream. I am super horny on stream. Have you seen my fucking Slay the Princess videos? Holy shit.
Have you watched the Fate series?
Have you watched have you watched my best video in this channel with the most views? That is a fucking Echidna Wars video. That's still my best video on the channel.
I'm so not surprised.
I am so surprised because it's marked mature. Isn't that supposed to kill your engagement and like the possibility of it going places?
It's what the people want to see.
Like I guess just people want more on YouTube. I'll just have to provide, I guess.
The people want more.
The people demand more.
I think you could run on that platform and have a decent shot.
I need you to know that there's several board tubers.
Is that what the V stands for?
In their case, yeah. Like I know at least two snake girl VTubers that have that whole thing.
God bless.
And I am certain there's more. Okay, listen to me. I would never be able to do it because I am the most bottom creature on this world. However, I was trying to look one of those VTubers for a friend the other day, and I said, I have no shame. I could look this myself if I needed to. I was genuinely showing it to someone because they didn't know, and I grabbed like one of their fan art things and popped it in their Discord server, and she talked in the Twitter thing like, "Hello, morsels," and it was like,
yeah. Yeah. This snort really caught me off guard there.
Like listen, morsel is a very good word. I think, like not even going that far. Let's not be borny about it. Just on a like horny predatory sense, you know?
What do you mean not be horny about it? That's what you're still doing.
No. Okay. There is a difference. There is a difference between outright bore and predation as a king. Okay?
And, okay, now I understand that, but I would argue that we're not looking at like a hierarchy, we're looking at a Venn diagram. And that's the overlap. That's all I'm saying.
I really need to draw. I really need to draw one of these days the one image of the like. Is it Plato and someone? I think it's Plato and someone else just like philosophizing with everyone in the background like that. I need it, but it's like everything horny, just discussions horny. We discuss them like a fucking Greek like discussion parlor thing. How do you call it in English?
The forum?
Yeah, debate forum.
But like forum in like the classical like
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just start a series where we just debate these things.
Listen. If you ever wanted to do a podcast where we just talk horny things, I would be delighted to do that.
The sentence "let's start a podcast" does kind of hit me like a stake to the heart kind of vibe. That is the
like,
most set on edge sentence. But also,
but like a good stake to the heart or a bad stake to the heart.
Like a bad one in this case. However, text me after we adjourn.
I will text you after the Horn Dog cast. We are white women, I guess.
Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to drag you into my filthy corner of the internet. I forced you to come here still recovering from COVID. You're still coughing. You're not all recovered. I made you stream with me for 2 hours, and how do I repay you? By making white woman jokes. Like, how did you stand me?
I'm not really sure. There's just something about it I find charming. Just you in general. It's exhausting at times, but it's always worth it.
I wanted to play up the whole thing I've mentioned sometimes where I have like a corruptive aura, but like I can't. That was so genuinely sweet and nice.
And also, like, it's not like I'm not a freak. I'm just quieter about it.
Yeah, we're both freaks. Woo! I've said this before. Like, occasionally I will. Like in the Slated Princess videos, I apologize at various points for being too horny about it, and then it clicked me. Like, no, I'm not going to apologize. I'm being shamelessly myself, and I think I like encouraging when people are just themselves. You know. Like there's limits of where you're going to be doing things, but this is my stream, and I choose my rules.
It's a time and place, and you are creating the space, so go wild.
I'm creating the space, I have the power, and my power is apparently making people call me bird and bully me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Somehow.
At that, I should probably go.
Yeah.
This has been a delight. You're wonderful. See you tomorrow. And then see you next week.
See you tomorrow, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And now it's just you and me, chat. Just the 12 of us. That's a nice number. This was extremely fun, extremely nice, but I really do need to start going. As you all may remember, it is currently my 1:15 a.m. And like, I don't really have any obligation of stopping right now, but there's neighbors. There's neighbors that could be just the undefined of you. But yeah, Unlimited Blade Works did in fact get started. I honestly didn't expect to see the titular Unlimited Blade Swords so early. Also, I'm really wondering if Anya is going to pick up the clues that the game is already dropping about who Archer is, you know? Like, chat, do you think that she's going to figure it out? Do you think she's going to actually figure it out? I have a feeling she's not. I have a feeling that she definitely will, I do not know how much information you are given through the story, so hints get really blatant a bit before the actual reveal. Oh, now I'm excited. That's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be very exciting. But until then, I really need to get going. I need to stretch my back as well. My spine is not doing the best right now, so I'd definitely have to stand up in a moment. There's a lot of classic Shirou in denial / lying to himself involved. Good, good. Already ahead of you, Han, sipping ahead. But yeah, I'll keep talking about schedule stuff on my Twitter and my Discord, and tomorrow we'll do stuff, and then on Sunday we continue Cassette Beasts. So for now, thank you all so much for being here, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye! That's it. That's all. You're not getting any more.